I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. You go halfway across the country with someone. She needed her immunity to mean something. Maybe I was starting to buy into that whole cure business. Maybe I just wanted to do right by her.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Adam Neff, and I am back with another game review. Now, I know that was a bit of an emotional start, but if I'm being completely honest, this game is one of the hardest, if not the hardest game reviews I've had to do since I started the channel. Now, I admit, when I first got this game and started playing it, I was not really all that excited about doing a review on it because there are so many controversial subjects surrounding this game. Now, I don't really want to get into like the political stuff because let's face it, that's just really not all that fun to even talk about, let alone play through. I will say this, I had one view of the game when I went into it, and by the time I ended the game, I had a completely different view of it because a lot of the stuff that I heard before I started playing the game just weren't true. So I'm going to try and weed through some stuff so that you guys have the best idea of what this game is before you play it so that maybe you'll go out and play it. Because honestly, it is worth a playthrough despite all the aggravating stuff. And there is a lot of stuff in this game that just aggravated me. And it did kind of ruin the game as a whole for me. I gotta tell you, my review score, if I were to give it a score, would not be very high. So keep that in mind. I also want to be upfront about this. There will be some spoilers. I will keep it as minimal as I can, but there are just some things that I kind of have to talk about in order for me to truly review the game. So if you don't want to have anything spoiled about this game, you can click off the review right now. However, I will say that the stuff that I do talk about shouldn't ruin the game for you. I knew about a lot of the stuff that I was going to experience in the game, and it still didn't ruin the game for me. And I think part of that is because the information I had wasn't exactly accurate, but part of it is just that there is a lot of things about this game that's really fun. Also, I do have to say that this is a mature game, and some of the content you see in this review may be a little gory. I will keep all the other stuff out of it, the gender and sex and all that stuff. I'm just going to keep that out of it. I just want this review to be about the game. And that is part of the game, so you kind of got to weigh that in with the rest of it. But let's just keep it about the game and whether or not it's fun, because ultimately that is why we're playing a game. Okay, enough of that crap. Let's get into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is visuals. This game is absolutely stunning. Now, Naughty Dog used their own in-house developed engine for The Last of Us. I think they did that with The Last of Us 1, and I think they've done that for pretty much all of their games, the Uncharted's and everything. But they took whatever engine they've been using and completely overhauled it for The Last of Us 2. And I gotta say, it is mind-blowing. The lighting, the atmosphere is just insane. This is one of the games, the few games that made me feel like I was almost in the game. The other game that I'd probably compare it to that had the most effect on me that's similar to this was Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2. They just nailed it. It's not so much just that it looked good. It was amazing, but it was how they used it. Now, in the first one, I commented on one of my other videos, The Last of Us Part 1 was so amazing because everything felt alive. You know, you would have real life breezes blowing through the cityscape or out, you know, in a field somewhere, and it just felt really alive. Now, and that game's quite a bit older, and you could kind of tell that they were using very, you know, repetitive motions. This game, you really can't tell that they're using repetitive motions. And one of the craziest things, and I don't know if a lot of other people are noticing this or have noticed this, but one of the coolest things is that they use birds a lot. Every time you look in the sky, you'll see like birds flying around. That's something small, but it adds so much to making the world feel real. Okay, so they nailed the visuals, but what about the gameplay? Well, I mean, if you've played The Last of Us Part 1, then you kind of know what this one's going to be like. They didn't really improve on it a whole lot. They did give you a dodge button, which was awesome. I used that like crazy. You can actually get into fist fights, and it feels a lot more fluid. The other thing that they added was the ability to jump, which I can honestly say, other than jumping from one platform to another, which they did incorporate, the other one didn't have that, but it was terrible. I mean, they should have just left that out of the game. I would not have minded if they just connected those two platforms together. It was not done very well. The characters could only jump about 6 inches, so it was just useless. Other than jumping from one platform to another, it had zero use in the game at all. So there was that. The other thing they added was the ability to go prone, which, as far as I can tell, is just lying down in the grass. I was kind of excited about this. In the first game, if somebody saw you, you duck down, but you could only get like down on your knee, and it did nothing for you. Enemies could see you. You had to be actually behind something. Now, I think they were trying to up their game on the cover system, and it was kind of exciting to see, oh, cool, I can lay down in the grass and enemies completely lose me. But really, that's not how it worked. If enemies got within a, 10-foot radius, they could see you. You're just an idiot laying on the ground like, Also, once they added dogs, which is another game mechanic that is new to this one, going prone was pointless. In fact, dogs, it's kind of a cool idea, right? No, it was a nightmare. They could sniff you out, so you would leave a scent trail. Kind of a cool mechanic, I will give them that, but it made things so impossible. You had no choice but to kill the dog, which I didn't want to do. I didn't like doing that. But you had to, because you'd get like 7 or 8 enemies all up there doing their perimeter searches, and the dogs would be like, hey, over there. Yeah, no, he's laying down in the grass. You can't see him. But I'm going to go get him. I'm going to bite him. He's going to have to get up. You can shoot him in the face. Also, since we're talking about the dog, there was a new zombie type that made me want to punch myself in the face and throw my controller through a window. And that was the Stalker. Now, they introduced a few new types of zombies. Some of them were really cool. Some of them were even bosses. But the Stalkers were so freaking annoying because they were kind of halfway between a runner and a clicker. You just couldn't get away from them. They came up on you quick. You couldn't hide from them. They always gave your position away. And they were usually accompanied by clickers. So one of them would see you, boom, clickers on you, dead. I literally just anytime I saw them, I just resorted to running away. or tossing every Molotov I could to just light them on fire. They were annoying. All the other zombies, really cool, pretty fun, but the Stalker, no thanks. Just get him out. I don't even need that crap in my life. Other than that, I would say the gameplay was pretty fun. The other thing that was really frustrating to me is they kind of split the game down the middle as Ellie's campaign and Abby's campaign. Now, I don't want to get into it because that's where the political crap comes into play. Just know that I hate Abby, and I don't even want to play as her. They made you hate her, and then they wanted you to like her. I couldn't figure out where they were going with it. But one of the frustrating things about it was Abby was loaded. She had guns for arms. She also had guns. And her guns were sweet. I mean, she had the automatic rifles, and she could make, pretty cool silencers as you leveled up. Also, you had the crossbow over the bow and arrow. Now, I love the bow and arrow, but the crossbow with a scope on it, I mean, it was frustrating that they, at the very least, couldn't make the two characters somewhat even as far as the gear they picked up. Furthermore, Abby's campaign, for some reason, seemed funner. At the very least, the setting was cooler. You're in a city, you're fighting people in a city, you're going through buildings, clearing out buildings. They actually had zombies in Abby's campaign. Crazy talk. Zombies in a zombie game. Also, you're going across like sky bridges and stuff. It was just fun. Abby's campaign was really fun, but I just didn't like Abby. Later on, the second time you play as Ellie was pretty fun. I'll give it that. I don't want to talk about that too much because I don't want to ruin the game. This video is going on pretty long, so I'm going to kind of try to wrap it up here. But there is one thing that I want to talk about real quick, and unfortunately, I wish I could really get into it. But if I got into it, it would kind of spoil things for you guys, and I want to avoid that. But I will say that the story fell completely on its face. The first game had such a compelling story. You really wanted to play it to see what was next. This one, oh gosh. Not only are you already frustrated about some of the stuff that happens in the story, but it's just a cheap, shallow revenge story. That's all it is. There's nothing else to it. Now, I'm not going to say the first game had a real super deep, in-depth storyline, but it was compelling. I wanted to see what was going to happen. I wanted to see if Joel and Ellie learned to like each other. And I really wanted their relationship to develop. You could see it all over the place. Joel cared about Ellie. Ellie cared about Joel. Ellie was Joel's daughter figure. Joel was Ellie's father figure. It was a very cool relationship that you really were rooting for. This new one was just a cheap revenge story, and I just didn't like it at all. So, having gone through all that, would I recommend this game? Well, it's a mature game, so automatically you really can only recommend it to adults. Other than that, I did have fun in the game, I can't lie. There was a lot of times where I just wanted to play the game. It was really fun. However, it was also really depressing. There was a lot of stuff for me, and this may not be this way for everybody, but there was a lot of stuff in the game that kind of touched close to home with what's going on in the world. And so there was times where I just got really depressed and had to put it down. But other than that, I did have fun with this game. I think some of the reviews are being a little unfair. Some of them are giving it like 2 and 3 out of 10. For me, if I was to put an actual number on it, I would probably split it right down the middle and say it got a 5, maybe a 4.5 out of 10. But if you like these types of games, absolutely go get a copy. It is fun. And I feel like if you like these types of games, it's definitely worth a playthrough. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me on this one, you guys. I could talk about this game for a lot longer. There is a lot more to cover, but I told you guys I would keep it as spoiler-free as I could. I hope I have done that and given you an idea of this game and whether or not it's worth a playthrough without spoiling anything. But if you liked this video and you have not subscribed yet, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have any games you might want to see me review in the future, leave it in the comments below and maybe we'll play through one. Other than that, you guys have been freaking awesome, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Everything I have found here, I've not found by myself. Try and sometimes you'll succeed to make this man of me. All my stolen missing parts I've no need for anymore, 'cause I believe, and I believe 'cause I can see our future days of